Got your coffee going. Get mine started. Hope y'all slept well. I know I hit the bed good. I was out like a light. Yesterday exhausted me. Just waiting for some people to pop in so we can chit chat. Maybe everybody else is exhausted too, still sleeping. But it's Saturday. Woo-hoo. Cats are feisty this morning. Fighting, I should say. My computer's running really slow this morning. Like super slow. Okay. Dana B, good morning. Good to see you. I hope you slept well. We're just starting our morning off here. I swear, I wish I had as much energy as these kittens. You'd think they got into some catnip or something. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. I forgot. I left my coffee on the back of the four-wheeler. I went over yesterday to get my coffee out of our pantry, and I put it on the back of the four-wheeler, and I forgot to grab it. Give me just a second. I gotta run outside real quick. I gotta go get a treat. All right, got my shoes on. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. I'll be right back, you guys. Goodness. Definitely a first chilly morning. We got 6 in the chat. Hello and welcome. Please give me a thumbs up, share me out if you have the capability. I appreciate it. Oh, it's chilly out there. Like I said, I'm still trying to wake up myself. I slept in again today. Good morning, Suburban Hillbilly. Can't talk yet either, I guess. I'll see you later. My back and feet are wrecked. I've been awake since about 1 a.m. Friday morning. Oh, wow. Get some sleep and feel better. Sorry. The chill is gone here. Humid summer. Not looking forward to it. Yeah. It's 47. It says it's 47 this morning. You're welcome. You have a good one too. Have a good week in Suburban Hillbilly and feel better. I'm making a mess with this coffee this morning. Ugh. 47 sounds nice. Yeah. It's alright. It's just chilly. Especially when we've been having like 80-degree weather every day. I think your body starts getting accustomed to that heat, and then all of a sudden it chills down. In the morning like this, I'm like, ooh, chilly. So what do y'all have planned today? I know Barrett and I have the dreaded trip to town to take. We got to go grocery shopping and get a few things. Hopefully he'll be up soon. I like to go to the grocery store early in the morning when nobody's there. And try to get back home before everybody starts moving around and waking up. So that's just me. Firefly, good morning. I must have been drooling in my sleep. Did you wake up with crust across your cheek, Firefly? Good morning, Moonlight. I hope you slept well. Y'all wore me out last night. I felt like I've been up drinking all night or something. I don't drink. I partied too hard on that live. I can get my phone to set up. I think I should put dishes away before I start doing dishes. The kittens are crazy this morning, you guys. You'd think I fed them catnip, but I haven't. They're just crazy. Wish I had the energy that they had. Of course, my phone's not going to do what I want it to. Stay sitting up here. here. Hey, no. Get over here. Sheesh. Not a lot on the computer. Pressing buttons and everything else. Firefly, here's your kitten. Just sit still for a second. Look at the camera. Say hi to your internet mama. Say hello. All right, you can go. You're definitely getting big. I don't know how, but they ate all their cat food, you guys. That cat food should have lasted them a month, but I guess because they're growing, I don't know. I'm going to have to break up my change first, see if I can find some change for cat food today as well. I want to come get him. I'll be there in 8 hours. Please, come get him. I'm done with these crazy cats. I tried to get all my eye makeup off and my hair is still stiff. I tried to too, Moody, and I gave up. I was like, forget it. I'm going to bed. What the heck? Brutus, what the hell are you doing? Hold on, you guys. Cats are about to go crazy. Hey, boy. Come on. Rubro. How'd you get off your chain? Hey. I know, you cats don't know Brutus. But he can't be running around outside either. Brutus, sit. Hey. Sit. Sit. Brutus. They don't know you, dude. Brutus. Hey, lay down. Brutus. Oh my gosh, dude. Brutus. Sit. 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 Good boy. Thank you. Thank you. Stay. Stay. Ugh. Where'd that kitten go? Firefly, your kitten. Hey! Get back. I'm about to get attacked by cats. No. Go lay down. Oh, God. Brutus! No! Brutus! Damn it. Come here, boy. Go in the living room. Go wake your dad up. Jesus. Don't shoot his... Oh, my God. Your cat is trying to attack me. Firefly. Okay, had a Brutus. Hey, Gemma, good to see you. It's okay, Firefly. I'm still asleep, too. I gotta try to get these kittens outside. They're upset. Come on. Don't you dare attack me, dude. Go. Get outside. Outside. Come on. Outside. Go, little one. Go. Get. Go. And I also caught a kitten in the trap this morning. It's a live trap. All right, little black one, come here. You're going outside too. Until I can get Brutus hooked back up. Go. Outside. Okay, Brutus, come on. Take on cat girl. All right. Let me move this kitchen table for you, of course. I guess we'll have a visitor this morning in the kitchen. nose out of there. Hey, nose out. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Can you guys see him? Look, he can like touch the sink with his nose. I don't have any treats for you right now, buddy. Get your nose out of there. Give me a second, Brutus, and I'll give you a cookie. Try to fart and wake up. No! Do not eat the cat litter. I squirt water on them. I don't have any water bottles with just water in them right now, Firefly. Right? Dana B, I think about it all the time. You ever think about how much money we would have without the fur family? Yep. I'm just catching up in the chat. Gemma, hello. I don't know if I said hi. I think I did, but hello. Getting ready for Elvis Music Charity Day, and I'm going to. Awesome. That's exciting. I look like Bon Jovi this morning. That's funny. So that's all we had to do to get ready, Mooney, is just put our makeup on and do our hair the night before and then go to sleep and wake up and we would have had the perfect 80s look, right? Here, Brutus, you want to show it? Brutus, get your nose out of stuff. I don't have any cookies left for you, dude. Here, I'll give you something else. Do you want to show our people tricks? You want to show them what you can do? We'll give you a bun. A half of a bun. No. Let's point the camera down so they can see you. See, can they see you? Come here. Come. Sit. Shake. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Ready? Whoop. That was Mom's fault. Sorry. Good boy. Okay, back up. Back up. No. Okay, up. Come on, up. Do it again. You had it. All right. He's such a good boy. He's learned so much. Sit. No, I don't want to shake. Lay down. Nope, down. Down. Lay down. Good boy. Good job. He's still learning, but he does pretty good. Don't you, boy? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's it. That's all you get. You don't get no more. No, you don't get no more. Sorry. And later, I don't know if I'll be able to do it today or tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to do a video for you guys. I've been putting it off for the last couple of days, but his training videos, I'm going to show you how one of the techniques. Hey, get your nose. No, drop it. Good boy. Go lay down. I'm going to show you how I train him in one of these videos. So bad. You're so good. You're so bad. Yep, you did say hey. Okay. P-A-M-E-T. Hello. Good morning. Make me a sandwich. Oh, you can come up, Benny, if you want. You're more than welcome to come up. Pup trips for the absolute win. Stormy and him would make beautiful puppies. Yes. I can't wait for puppies. Let's see. Let me get my invite button up. Copy. All right. There it is, Mooney. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome. Just waiting for my coffee to brew. Bruce comes inside every once in a while, but he's just too big. He can put his nose on the kitchen table, on the counters, in the sink. So I try not to have him in here, especially if I'm cooking, because who wants to eat that big white dog hair? Not me. Oh, there's Mooney.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Usually it goes beep and lets me know somebody's at the bottom, but it didn't this morning for some reason.
I'm still on the couch. Slept on the couch last night.
That's all right. I just rolled out of bed and I'm like, coffee.
I know. I have it. I got up and pushed the button on the coffee, so it's making right now. It smells so good.
I was too lazy to pre-make anything.
That's how Stormy's nails sound like that too. It's that clickety click click click.
Yeah. He's really good. I've been brushing it. This is not for you. You can't eat this. But I've been brushing him out like every day, making sure that he doesn't, they get those mats in their hair.
Yeah, they sure do.
So I've been like brushing him out every day. And yesterday I brushed him out and he was like nothing but a puffball. He was like poof. And it was so pretty. But he doesn't like, the only thing he doesn't like is his back legs, like where his dew claws are.
Oh.
He does not like them touched at all. And I don't know why. The front feet are fine, I can do. It's just the back dew claws. He's like sensitive or something.
Yeah, she has those dew claws too. The double dew claws.
Yeah. And I tried once to like, when I first got him, I didn't know, like I was never like taught about brushing a dog. So I didn't know there was like certain brushes for certain types of dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I first got him, I told you he was in a trailer he was only in a 2-bedroom trailer with 6 people.
Wow.
And he didn't get to go outside very much. And he had mats and stuff all over him, like everywhere. And so I tried to, we got him into a groomer because I tried to brush him out. I had no idea what I was doing. So I took him to a local groomer and they're trying to get us to get him on like one of those stands, one of those large breed dog stands where they can like put his leash on the thing and tie him there basically to keep him on. It took 4 of us to get him on that little platform. It was horrible.
He probably didn't realize, what was going on. He didn't know what you guys were doing.
Huh?
He was probably scared. He probably didn't know what you guys were doing, you know?
Oh, definitely. But I was just like, oh my gosh, how are we going to groom him? And finally,
Yeah.
we got him up there, and they were really good with him. They taught me how to groom him and everything. So I'm like,
You
yeah.
know, I'm surprised because Stormy's not that stinky, and I don't bathe her all the time. And she doesn't smell bad.
He doesn't smell bad either. It's just he was so matted up when I got him.
Yeah.
I couldn't get those mats out, and I didn't know how to.
Yeah.
But like once we got all the mats out at the groomers and stuff, he's been fine as long as I keep him brushed out.
Yeah, I have to brush her too.
And he'll still get a mat here and there, like, you know, if he gets into like I can't think, briars or something, you know.
Yeah, those.
Out. Or like behind his ears, under his neck, he gets them really bad. But
Yeah, she gets him right like by her ear.
yeah.
And all of a sudden I'll feel him. I'm like, ooh, I missed that.
I do the same thing.
And I asked the vet about the dew claws, like when she was young, and they said, no, we don't recommend it. Just leave, you know, let them be. So I said, okay.
Yeah. I guess that's one of their traits. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And it's funny because some of them have it and some of them don't.
Huh.
They're like the full-blooded is supposed to have them. Obviously, that's a trait that they're supposed to have. But I guess I don't know. I've met several Great Pyrenees that don't have the dew claw, so I don't know if they're bred with something else.
She has like the double dew claw.
Yeah, that's what he has too, and that's why I was wondering. Get your nose out of that cat box. I wondered if that was the reason that it was sensitive for him because he's got the double too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm always afraid she's going to get it caught on something.
I know.
Makes me nervous.
Good morning, Bear Truth. Thanks for coming in. Firefly says, breed them together.
I know, they would be beautiful.
Stormy's
her mom had a teeny tiny bit. I think her mom was 1/8 Maramar. Marama, yes.
Okay.
So she has a teeny tiny bit of that.
Well, that's what I want. That's what Rebel is out back. She is Marama, and he's Great Pyrenees. And I had seen where, I think it was somewhere on YouTube or something, and the lady mixed her Marama with Great Pyrenees, and they came out with like a super dog, like bigger than the Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but
oh my gosh.
Stormy's mom was small. Like she was tiny. She was Great Pyrenees and how do you say it? Marama. Marama. So her mom, Stormy's mom was Marama and Great Pyrenees, but she was mostly Great Pyrenees. But she was not big, and Stormy's not big.
I don't know why it is. The females seem to be smaller when you breed them like that. Brutus.
Yeah, she's a good size.
The males are always way bigger.
Yeah, Stormy's dad was huge. I think he was like 150 or 160.
Yeah.
But they were all both white. And the mom had 10 puppies. And so Stormy was the first one when I got there. I got to pick out of all 10. And I just loved her mask, like her mask face. And I was like, oh, and I asked the guy, I said, which one's the smartest one? And he goes, that one with the mask. And I said, okay, I'll take that one.
That's funny. Yeah. My girlfriend, she's been raising the Marama and the Great Pyrenees now for 6 or 7 years now. It's been a long time. And she actually ended up with one. He's passed away now. He's old. What's his name? Everybody was scared to death of him. But he was a really sweet dog.
Yeah.
God, I can't think of his name. They were going to name him Goofy because he was so big and clumsy. He was just like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
They ended up not naming him Goofy, and they named him something else, and I can't think of it. Anyways, you know the livestock gates people put at the top of their driveway to be able to open and close, the big livestock gates?
Yeah.
He was so big, his head came to almost the top.
Wow.
he was enormous, and she picked him up. She's always taken in unwanted dogs and stuff like that. She picked him up, and he was, his parents were a Marama and a Great Pyrenees.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, that's why he's so huge.
Yeah. Yes, Stormy doesn't seem to be, getting bigger. Like she seems to be a decent size, which she's a size I can handle on my own.
Yeah.
And she can travel with me. I don't really want her huge because, I take her with me when I travel and
Right.
I really don't need her, 150 pounds.
Yeah.
And I can kind of lift her, but it's getting harder and harder.
Oh Lord, I can't even imagine trying to lift one of these guys. Even
Yeah.
he just slaughtered all over the floor. Even Rebel, they are so strong. I can't walk them. There's no way I can walk them. They pull me across the field. They lead me.
Yeah.
And I want to get some choker collars for them. I know a lot of people think that's cruel, but
No, that's what I use on Stormy.
I want the choker collars just to train them that they're not in the lead,
Yeah. See, I got the prong one.
Uh-huh.
And I got the prong one that has the cloth around it. So you can't tell it's a prong.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't
Because, people like make like comments and stuff if they see you have a prong collar. But I got the one that has, I don't have it here, it's at my RV, but it has the leather or the nylon over it and you can't see that it's a prong. But I started training her I started training her on that like at 6 months old or so, and she doesn't pull me at all. And like if she pulls me, all I have to do is make a noise like that, and I pull it real quick towards me, and she instantly stops pulling.
Okay.
And they work. They work good.
I'll definitely have to get them because I can't walk them. There's no way. They jerk.
Oh, I walk her everywhere. With that.
They jerk my shoulders out. They jerk my back out.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive. They're like $38.
Mm-hmm.
But they're worth it because it stops them from pulling. And I can walk her anywhere. Otherwise, she pulled me down one time and I was like, all right, that's it. It's not worth my knee going out or, something happening.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and bought it. And I was like, I got a trainer.
Hey, Prepper Setting. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Firefly says, Mooney's hair is crunchy.
I know. It's stiff. It's horrible. I can't wait to wash it today and get the stuff out.
But I've been training both of them the parameter of the property. So they
right.
know, that's the end of the property line. I can't wait. I think you'll like the video, how I do it.
Yeah. Do you have a little clicker? Do you use a clicker?
I do. That's how I train him to sit and lay down and shake and everything. He does.
Yeah, that works really good.
It's just the pulling I haven't got mastered yet.
You need the prong thing.
And I always get, when I don't really like posting the dog videos of what I'm doing with the dogs and stuff because I always get really bad hate on the dogs. I have Rebel out there on the chain. She has that open area she can run, but she's on a chain until I can trust her. And I don't trust her yet. And I got so much hate. Everybody was telling me, take that dog off the train. That's cruel. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. People definitely give their 2 cents in for sure. Whenever you have animal videos. I've noticed that I get things all the time. I get things about Lloyd and I'm like, when I first got him, I'm like, he's a rescue. I did not starve him. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not the one that starved him. I'm the one who's trying to put weight on him.
Yeah.
But thank you.
I know. I really wanted to do a lot of butchering videos when I first started on YouTube, butchering, and a lot of people asked me about neutering the pigs, how I neuter the pigs. They wanted videos on that.
All right.
And I really wanted to do it because it's very educational and it's not that hard to do. Anybody can do it. And one of my friends, when I first started YouTube, he is in North Carolina, and he is a hog farmer, and he and his dad had been for years and years and years. And he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. He's like, you'll get so much hate. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. He was like, I did it because everybody kept asking me. So I put up a video to teach people, and he was like, I had all those PETA people emailing me, threatening to kill me, come to my house. And he's like, I got so many death threats and how cruel I was. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's how, you know, Steading's wife, you know, she does all that too. He'll tell you. And she knows how to do all that neutering and things.
Yep. It's a good thing to learn to know.
Yeah.
It just sucks you can't put it on this platform without getting attacked.
Yeah, people will light you up. Oh, coffee.
I know. I'm still trying to brew. I'm like, come on.
Oh.
That's the only downside to percolators. You got to wait forever.
Yeah, I have my mother's percolator at the house, and I'm like, I'm gonna cry when it breaks down and it doesn't work anymore. I'm just gonna be devastated, because it was her little percolator. She loved it, and I still love making coffee.
Yeah. I think it just tastes so much better.
Yeah, it does.
Did you finally calm down, Brutus? He's finally laying down. Don't get up just because I said that.
Hey, I'm gonna go sit on the front porch. I do enjoy the front porch, and they're not here, so I can utilize it.
That's what Barrett does too. He grabs his coffee and goes to the front porch.
Yep.
No, lay down. You were doing so good.
You don't be good. Don't do anything bad.
I remember the first day we brought him home. I was so exhausted, and I laid down on the bed, and he literally jumped on the bed, and it felt like a horse hoof just laid on my bone. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, get off of me, you brute! That's why I named him Brutus, because I called him Brute the first day.
And what was his name before?
Oh Lord, what? It was started with a B as well, and I can't remember now. I don't know. I can't remember. That was too long ago now.
The rooster, they're young. They're like, I don't know, 11 weeks maybe. And he's trying to crow. You might be able to hear him in a minute. And he's like, it sounds so pathetic. It's like,
I love when they first start crowing. They sick rooster or something.
I know, it's so funny. But I think we have 18 chickens, 16 chickens and 2 roosters. And we found the one. Remember I told you we lost one and I thought a hawk got it?
Yeah.
It was in my brother-in-law's shop office.
Oh, that's funny.
I kept telling him, I'm like, I hear a chicken. And he's like, no, I don't hear it. I'm like, no, I really do. I feel, are you sure did you check under the shed? He's like, yeah, I checked everywhere. And so then I'm like, well, maybe he's in the trees, because there's like huge oak trees that are like 100 years old on the other property. And I'm like, maybe he's in those trees, and I hear her like echoing, you know? Yeah. So it was like 3 or 4 days later, and his friend was over, and he goes, do you know you have a chicken in your office? He goes, oh my God, it's the missing chicken. And it was like dehydrated and lethargic, and he was like, I don't know if it's gonna make it. Well, it made it. It's fine, but that's where it was. A hawk didn't get it.
Pepper Steading says, pretty edible, tasty animals, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was scrolling through Facebook. I don't know who posted it yesterday, but I was laughing because it was making fun of vegetarians. No offense if there's any vegetarians watching. I just like my meat.
Yeah.
There's a picture of a deer, and it was peeing on the grass and stuff, and basically said I piss on your food.
Yeah. I remember my ex-husband used to say, I didn't climb to what did he say? It's probably a redneck comment, so Stedding may know it. No offense, Stedding. But how do you say it? I didn't climb to the top of the food chain to something, I don't know. And I'd be like, oh God. Every time he was very controversial. I mean, he would say anything to anybody, and every time somebody would say something, he'd be like right there with it, like right back at him,
Morning sunflower crabber. Yeah.
Good morning.
I love my vegetables. Don't get me wrong. I could eat a salad every single day of my life.
Oh yeah, I love vegetables too.
I love vegetables, but I can't live without my meat. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be no cricket eating, worm eating woman.
No.
I need my meat.
And my dad was a hunter, so I had to eat whatever was in front of me, and he would bring stuff home all the time, but he wouldn't tell me at first. And he'd be like, just try it, Marlene. I'd be like, okay, Dad, what is it? It's chicken. And then he'd tell me, oh, nope, it's snake. Oh, nope, it's turtle. Nope, it's bear. I'm like, okay, it's good.
They always lie to you, don't tell you.
Yep.
I think I was a pretty avid hunter, growing up. We always hunted deer around here. But when I went to Montana and lived there for 8 years, I was really broken to the wildlife. Everybody, the people that lived in the mountains or rural areas, they never went to the grocery store. It was like once in a blue moon they went to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody lived off the land, so that's what you ate when you were up there. So I learned to hunt moose and elk and all kinds of stuff. It was a great learning experience.
Yeah, it really is. I'm so glad I had those experiences with my dad, because he would take me out to the Everglades. That's where he hunted, because we were in Miami.
Uh-huh.
And so we would go out there, and he belonged to a hunting camp out there, and it was just swamp. They'd have to go out there in these big, huge buggies with huge tires to get to where they needed to go.
Wow.
And it was scary out there, though. It was the Everglades when it was really the Everglades, and it was terrifying out there. It was like alligators and wild hogs and snakes, and it was crazy.
And don't they have panthers out there too in the Everglades?
Oh yeah, there's a Florida panther out here.
Yeah.
They last year, the women in the back saw it cross right here where my RV is.
Oh, wow.
And it's around here. It's around here somewhere. But it was big. And then we have bear too, because we're right next to the Gothi forest right here. So there's a huge forest, and we have all kinds of wildlife in there. And they come over and they cross and stuff like that.
I didn't know you had bear.
Oh yeah, we have black bear.
Okay. We have black bear that come through, but they never stick around here. But I know they have like a migrating path, like literally like maybe 20 feet from my house. They have a migrating path.
Yep.
They never stop. They just travel through and keep on going.
Yeah, there's black bear, there's bobcat, there's Florida panthers. There's all kinds of stuff. But now the Everglades is not like it used to be,
Yeah.
And they built up around it, and this is like back in the 70s. And my dad belonged to that camp since probably the 50s maybe.
Wow.
Late 40s, yeah. So it was definitely swampland. But now, they got those damn pythons out there.
Yeah.
That people, anacondas or whatever the heck they are. They're huge.
We don't have any like crazy wildlife around here. Like we don't have panthers or anything. We have bobcats. The bobcats are moving in. We've had like 4 or 5 sightings of different bobcats in different areas around me. They're starting to move in. But other than that, we don't really have. I mean, we have coyotes, but
yeah, we have that too. We have coyotes too.
I do have like 4 or 5 years ago, somebody rich bought up some property down the road from us, and they built, I don't even know what it's called. It's like, in my opinion, I don't like promote it or anything. I don't really like talking about it. But it's like a place that hunters can come and basically just shoot the game right there. I don't think
Oh,
there's
wow.
very much sport in it. But they have all kinds of stuff in there. They got elk and antelope and all kinds of stuff. And they charge like an insane amount. It's like for one day, it's like $7,500 to come out and shoot an animal.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But they have like, I think it's like 600 acres. And you can drive by it and you can see all the animals out by the fence and stuff.
Oh man.
I mean, it's kind of cool to drive by and see it, but what it's about, I don't like. I don't think that's very sportsmanship. You get rich people come out here and pay all thousands of dollars just to basically stand there and shoot an animal.
Yeah.
That's hand fed.
Yeah, that's not. I don't like that either.
No.
You're gonna hunt it, you know.
Right. I guess when you're rich, you don't have to do that.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So, but like I said, it's cool to just drive by and see them all out there and stuff. They're pretty. I don't like the idea of being able to walk up and just shoot them.
Yeah, I went to this elk place and I think it was in Ludington, Michigan, where my brother lives. I want to say it was near there, on the outskirts of there, and they had an elk area, and then they would take you out on this little Jeep like thing, and you would go out there and you could feed them. They'd come right up to it, and you could pet them and stuff. And they were, oh my God, they were gorgeous.
Yeah.
They were so pretty. That was really cool. But it would be something like that. Like those animals are, you know, they know when that Jeep comes up that the, you know, tourists are going to come up and feed them. And then, you know, people shoot them.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's no sport in that.
Yeah, it's basically exactly what it is.
Yeah. It's like me just going up to, you know, and shooting my horse that comes up to me to get a snack, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, they're staring at me now like, I see you. Come feed me. He starts snorting. Lloyd starts snorting like, I see you. I see you. I know. I'll feed you in a minute. He's really become attached to me.
That's good, though.
Yeah, he knows that I'm his and he's mine. And like I said, he gets really jealous of Rip. If I pet Rip,
Yeah.
he goes like, no, that's my mom.
Yeah, I was going to say Rebel and Brutus, they get like super jealous of me.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I'll brush Brutus separately, you know, I'll give him time and I'll brush him.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there whining and getting all jealous. And then when I'm done with him, I'll go into her area and I'll brush her, and he's sitting out there whining and stuff. And yesterday, as I was brushing Rebel, I was like sitting on the ground because she's more wild. She's still a pup. She has no this to her whatsoever. So I'm holding on to her chain, and I'm sitting there trying to brush her, and she's like literally grabbing my bun and chewing on it and pulling it. Stop it! And she like stops biting it, and then she just takes her nose and she's like rubbing her nose all in my hair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so gross. And
I've had Lloyd do that. Like I've had a ponytail and I bent over and he grabbed my ponytail. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that.
They're crazy.
Like, what's wrong with you? That hurts. Oh my God. I was like, what if he pulled my hair out? Oh.
I had like slobber all through my hair, and Barrett, I come walking in the house. He's like, "Why is your hair wet?" And I'm like, "That's slobber.
That's gross."
I was like, "I have to wash my hair now."
At least you have a lot of hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Today is Saturday.
I can't afford to lose any. Mine's so fine. I don't want to lose any. Oh God.
You know,
You could still cut half of yours. I mean, you probably could put like a little tiny side ponytail, and that would be as much as my hair.
Starting later this morning. Continuing
yeah, this hair is ridiculous. Though it's so heavy, it gives me migraines.
Yeah, I've my daughters have more hair than me, and they say that too. Like pulls it down, the pressure, from
Yeah.
having it up there.
It's
I'm
funny
like,
though.
yeah, not me.
Whenever I go into like a salon or something to get my hair thinned out or cut or anything, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it looks like there's a small dead animal on the ground." I'm like,
No.
I know.
Oh, there's the rooster. There he is. He sounds so sad.
Oh,
Can you hear him?
I can't.
It's probably too far. It's funny. We have a white one and a black one, and the white one's gorgeous. And I think we might give the black one away. So I didn't think we'd end up. I didn't know if both of them would make it or not. So
Yeah.
we only want one rooster.
Do you know what breed they are?
I did. We have so many different kinds. I don't know. He's white with a little bit of gray. Wow, I can't remember now. We have like 2 Plymouth Rocks. We have some Easter Eggers. We have 3 Rhode Island Reds.
Get out of it.
What's that other one with the B?
Barbed Rock.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and I can't remember what this white one is. How many roosters do you have?
I only have one.
Yeah, we only want the one. Oh.
Well, that's a lie. My birds are separated. I have one rooster per flock. So, like my Americanas, I have a rooster in with that flock, and then I have my my Lavender Orpingtons, and they have a rooster in there. But they're all separated.
Yeah, see, I want my brother-in-law. This is kind of his and my deal is the chickens, but I kind of let him do it because I really just don't have all the time that he does. But I want him to separate it so that we have 2 different flocks also. So he was supposed to do that, and then he made one huge chicken house. And now I'm like, so now what's the deal? I mean, I thought we wanted like one with no rooster. So he's going to be working on that to separate them, but they're still kind of young. They're only 11 weeks. So he has about 4 more weeks to get this done.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I wanted them separated also, but it hasn't been finished yet. So
I was super excited because just keep your eye out. Maybe somebody will get rid of I always keep my eye out on playhouses, like little kid playhouses, wooden ones, any type of structure like that, like a tree house or anything.
Right.
Getting rid of. Yesterday on our way home from town, somebody had this little house structure out by the road, and they were getting rid of it. And it was just like a home built thing, but it's a frame. It doesn't have sidewalls or a front door. I'll be doing a video of it. But
okay.
I was like, Barrett, please. I was like, go get that. Go knock on the front door and ask them if they're getting rid of it. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, please. So he went and knocked and talked to the girl, and he asked her if she was getting rid of it. And she was like, yeah, you can have it for free. And the wood's still good. It's solid and everything.
Yeah.
It just needs sides and a front door. I think the back might need. It's just made out of old slats of pallets. So
that's what ours is. Ours is a pallet hen house.
So they didn't put the slats together though. So there's spaces like this big in between each slat. So all you have to do is take those slats off and put them closer together and put more on there, and then they'll be solid or whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's what my son brought over a bunch of pallets from AC units. What they come on the pallets. So he brought over 20 pallets, and my brother-in-law built the hen house with the pallets, and then he made a roof, and then there's a tarp over it, and then the netting, the bird netting, and then he made a door, And it's pretty big. I mean, it's decent size. And then we're gonna do a pallet lean-to for the horses.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. So that's next. And then my nephew just did get the shed so that we can put all the horse stuff in the shed because it's on the back porch, and he's kind of sick of it on the back porch. We kind of took over one side of the back porch with all the horse gear. So,
I said, good morning, Wendy.
Good morning, whoever came in.
Can you see the chat, Mooney?
No, I can push the button and see it, but I haven't.
Firefly asked, can Mooney see chat? When's final pick for the contest?
It starts back up on Tuesday. Right now, everybody who was in second is having a wild card run. So I don't even know who those people are. So everybody in the different groups that placed second, they are going against each other right now. And then I guess somebody from there gets to join all the first place people. And then everything starts back up on the 12th. And then everything gets recounted. Like it starts from 0. Everybody's at 0 again. And then they start voting again on Tuesday. And I think the final one is like July 7th or something. It's like in a couple weeks.
Wow. I have a feeling she's going to win.
I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. Now I'll know who the other competitors are now because it'll be from all the other groups. Everybody who's placed first will compete against each other. So this is like the finalist. And then if you click on in their group, or you can click on underneath her name, it shows you everybody who's competing.
Okay.
So you have to click on that. So last night, she goes, Mom, thank you for all your support. I really am so grateful. And I was like, of course. And she's like, I guess I better not skip the gym at all, right? It's like, I don't think you better skip the gym at all.
Funny.
She's like, I'm getting nervous now because this is like really happening. And I'm like, I know. You better get to the gym. But she always gets to the gym. So yeah, it's pretty funny because she was like, this is like, she goes, I never thought that, she would get this far. That's what she said. I didn't say that. I said, I knew you could do it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, have a good day. Bear Truth, have a good day. Thanks for coming in.
Bye, guys. She goes, well, maybe I'll do it next year. And I was like, no, we don't know what's going on next year. Do it now. And like, you might be in the middle of law school next year. You don't know what next year brings. I said, do it now.
Yeah.
Just get it over with. And I said, you just never know. I mean, you may win, I mean, you have just as much chance as anyone else that's out there. So I said, that could really help you right now, that money.
She'll be really happy when she wins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think she's going to start her own, nobody's supposed to know this, but you guys don't know her, but I think she's going to start her own business. She's applying for her LLC, and she's going to go get a minor in marketing. And she applied for that, but she wants to be like a consultant for, like she wants to start a business where if somebody needs a mediator through a divorce or anything like that, they would call her and she would have her list of contacts and she would like broker out one of her law friends or whatever to mediate. And then she would charge a portion, of it, and she would get like a kickback.
Yeah.
So she goes, there's nobody out there doing that. Like there's nobody out there just saying, hey, I need a mediator. How do I find a mediator? And she says, I could be that person that, they call me and say, hey, I need a court reporter. I need a mediator. I need somebody for this date. And then she would look on her thing and have all her contacts and say, hey, are you available for this court date? Are you available for this, and then do that. And I said, man, that's like a freaking brilliant idea,
It It is.
Because it is hard to find like somebody really quick to do that kind of stuff, you know, and she has lots of contacts.
So she's
And
like,
then even she can do it too. Like she wants to try and get her degree so she can also mediate.
good morning,
for people.
ER. I was going to say, so she's going to open a business and go to law school? That's a lot.
Yes, think so. I think so. I think that she's going to try it. She says she wants to try and do that. So, but if she gets a degree in marketing too, then because she wants a business degree also so that she can do this. So, but even with what she knows now, she has enough knowledge that she could probably, you know, go ahead. She wants to go ahead and be a mediator also.
Yeah.
And she's a fantastic negotiator. So I don't know. We'll see. She says she's thinking about it. She goes, don't tell anybody yet.
I give her props. There ain't no way I could spend the rest of my life doing a job in the court system, going to court every day.
I know it's stressful. Yeah. But she gets she gets an adrenaline rush. Like she goes, every time I go in that courtroom, I'm like, I get such adrenaline.
I bet.
And she's like on task. Like she whips papers out and she's like, you know, gives it to her attorney, you know, because she's like the assistant.
Yeah.
And she has saved his tushy like so many times. I can't even tell you how many times she has saved him, because people don't realize like the people in the office do the majority of the work, you know, and the lawyer is just, you know, he's just there at the end almost. But the people who have been working in the office, the assistants and the law clerks and all that, they've been doing all the freaking research.
Right.
And they've been doing all the investigations and they know it, you know, and they just tell him, here, sign this, here, sign that, here, so-and-so wants to talk to you. And they'll be like, well, what case is this? You know, and they're like, this is the one where oh, yeah, okay. And you need to tell him this. And so you got this law clerk and these assistants that are basically the ones that are running the show, you know?
Yeah.
And the lawyer's out playing golf.
Right.
And so that's what she is. I can't even tell you how many millions of dollars she saved him by saying, because she has a fantastic memory. And she's like, no, you need to tell him that this happened. And, you know, that's not how it was. It's like, oh, okay.
You know, that's kind of a shame, though. You hire these lawyers for thousands and thousands and all,
Oh,
and they don't do squat.
yeah. Yeah. It's the people in the office that are doing all the groundwork.
And it makes me so mad because if you have a lawyer and you're paying these thousands of dollars, you're going to win. Basically, 90% of the time you're going to win if you put all that money into a lawyer. You don't have a lawyer and you represent yourself, you're basically screwed.
Yeah.
But then you look at it and then the lawyers aren't even doing the work.
No, she does all the footwork and all the investigations and all the talking to the clients and the talking to the other people. And she's the one that does all that.
It's crazy. See, she should be getting his salary for doing
I know. And that's why she said, listen, I can be, you know, still get my degree, or I can get a, you know, partial degree and, you know, with what I know, and I could be just, you know, assigning these people to cases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, because it's not easy out there.
Oh, I bet it's not. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see. I mean, she's a go-getter, so we'll see what she does. I don't know how she does it. My niece and I are like, how does she do this? And I'm like, I don't know.
ER says paralegals always do more work than the attorneys.
Yep. And that's basically what she is right now, is a paralegal. Yeah, she runs that office, but she's putting her resume in other places. So he doesn't really pay her fair for everything that she does. So it's not really fair. She tried to leave, and so she put out a job thing for his office, and they got a bunch of people in there, and I guess he finally realized he would have to hire like 4 different people to do what she does in the office. And everybody who came in goes, oh no, I don't do that. No, oh no, I don't do payroll. Oh no, I don't do that. And she's like, see, I told you how much I do. You would have to hire 4 different people in order to do what I do. So he's like, all right. Please stay. I don't want to hire these people. And most people are Spanish, and their English is horrible. Some of these women that were coming in there, and he couldn't even understand them.
Good. That's a good eye opener.
Huh?
I said, that's good. That's a good eye opener for him.
Yeah, it was. So she ended up, this was like back in, I don't know, September or something. So he did give her, a raise, and then, and kept her there. So, but she's ready for something different.
Yeah.
So it's hard when somebody doesn't appreciate you and they just take advantage of you. And, the thing is he works with her schedule since she's a single mom. He's good about her, if she needs to go to a function or go get the kids or, and so then she's like, he's really good about that. So it's like, it works with my schedule with my kids. And
yeah.
So she tries to take the good with the bad, she's like, if I go work for, a multiple lawyer type thing, they're not going to be like that,
Right.
So, but we'll see what she does. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
She'll be good at whatever she does. I have faith in her. Yeah, that rooster's hilarious. I can hear him. He's getting better though. He's getting louder.
It's funny, it's like going through puberty, like the guys' voices change. That's what makes me laugh about the roosters when they start crowing so much.
Yeah, a little croak in their throat.
Yep. Speaking of chicks, the incubators hatched out like 27 baby chicks this time so far. Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you going to sell some of those?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually doing my first farmer's market on the 16th, so I'm going to take them up to the farmer's market with me.
Oh, okay. We'll take the kittens too.
I know. I was going to do that too.
Except Fireflies. She's on her way. She'll be there in 8 hours.
Yeah, well, she better hurry up on her 8 hours or it's going to be gone.
Do you have rabbits too?
I do. I meat rabbits.
And then are they having babies?
I think they're getting too old, honestly. I picked up these 2 rabbits from somebody, they're meat rabbits, and I think they lied to me. I bred them, and they both had babies, but they only had 1 or 2, and all their babies died. And that's not normal for them. They usually have a bunch. So they gave me rabbits that were older than what they said they were. So.
Man, well, it's time to make a stew out of them.
Yeah, I'll be making a stew out of them and be looking for more rabbits, I guess, at some point.
Yeah. I wonder, can you trade chicks for rabbits?
I don't know. I guess I could if somebody was interested. Yeah. I don't know. That little chicken house, or whatever it is, that little house I got yesterday. It's so funny because we were like, you're right dead smack in the middle of the town. And the girl that was getting rid of that little house, when Barrett knocked on the door, she had this like patio fenced in porch. And he said when he walked up on the porch, it was nothing but quail.
Nothing but what? Quail?
Yeah, quail.
Oh, wow.
And so he came out to the truck and got me and told me to come up and look. And she had quail everywhere. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. But then she started telling me all the animals she had. She had rabbits and stuff like that.
You should have gotten some quail.
I know. Well, she wants like $5 a piece for them, which is
Yeah.
kind of expensive. But I was just like so shocked. I was like, your neighbors don't complain or anything. 'Cause she's like literally in downtown area.
Wow.
And she was like, no, actually the neighbors really enjoy all my animals. They're like avid animal watchers. So they sit on their porch and look at my porch and watch them and stuff. And I'm like, that's awesome. Because quail can be loud.
Yeah. Yeah. My niece here, her husband's aunt has a homestead not far from here. It's about an hour away. And they have quail. And so she just has them in a little bird, like a bird area.
Mm-hmm.
It's not big. And she has the quail, she has rabbits, she has chickens, they have a cow, they have a horse, they have donkeys. The donkeys just had a baby.
Aww.
It's so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. And they have a pretty cool homestead, but she has the quail. Quail would be cool.
I love having quail. I raised quail for like 4 years, and I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like the breed or the type, or I know some quail, like, they're just like any other animal. They have temperaments, and if you have a good temperament, then that's good. But all the quail I raise, it doesn't matter how many roosters to hens that I have, they always peck the female's head so bad that it's bleeding, and you can see the inside of it. And I don't know why I have bad luck in that, and it's disgusting. I'm like, I don't want to see that every day.
No.
You know? And I asked this girl yesterday, I said, do your quails do this? And she said no. And she agreed. She was like, I think it's whatever breeder you get from. It's a temperament thing. And she's like,
wow.
mine has never done it. And she says she keeps one male to 5 females, where I was keeping 1 male to 10 females. So it must be the temperament.
So maybe it's the ratio?
I don't know. But you wouldn't think 1 male to 10.
No, you wouldn't think that, yeah.
It's just weird. Hey, True American Loretta, good to see you. Thanks for coming
Maybe
in.
he just had anger issues or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I would really like to try it again because I love quail eggs.
Well, the only time I had quail was I was pregnant with Chelsea, and my ex-husband is a journeyman lineman, so he does the high voltage power lines.
Yeah.
So he was working not far from here, and they were putting in power poles, and there was a quail nest, and he didn't want to, damage it or run it over. So he brings this quail nest home, and I'm pregnant, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I didn't want anything to happen to it, so I wanted to see if we can hatch them. So I was like, okay, just like, what I want right now. I have no idea about quail. And so put it under a lamp, and there was like, I think there was like 6 eggs, but only 2 hatched. So we have these 2 little quail, and no mom, no nothing. And I would go out and like dig up worms, because whose responsibility it became, once it's in the house. So I would dig up worms and stuff and like cut them into teeny tiny little tiny pieces and feed these little quail these worms.
Oh my God.
And they stayed in my like walk-in closet underneath the lamp. And I'm young. I'm like 20, 21 years old. I didn't know what to do. And I'm from Miami. So I feed these quail, and they start growing, and they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we were so broke. And so I'm like, we need to get these quails out of this closet. So he goes, all right, I'm going to go up to Ace Hardware and see, if I can find something. So he comes back and he goes, it cost me $50 in material. I'm like, $50? We don't have $50 for these 2 quail. He's like, yeah, it cost me $50. I'm like, oh my God, Roy. So he builds this quail sanctuary around a teeny tiny little oak tree sapling type thing. And he builds this huge cage with the door. and we put them out there, and they live out there for like 6 months. They're like, they're surviving. And then my brother-in-law lived across the street, and he brings his Labrador over.
Oh no.
And the Labrador retriever sees these quail, and he like goes after the cage, okay, and attacks the cage, and the quail somehow get out and they're gone. And I thought my husband was going to kill his brother. He goes, do you know how much effort we put into these quail to save these quail? He goes, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It's a Labrador. What am I supposed to do? So I'm like crying. I'm like so upset because we really put a lot of effort into saving these two little birds.
Yeah.
So it was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, we see them in the back property with all the little babies.
Oh,
So they stayed right there in the tree line, and we always saw them with new babies for years.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so they did survive, and they had, many, many generations to go.
That's
So
awesome.
their offsprings are probably right down the road somewhere, because we used to live right down the road. So they did live and had babies, so that was good. But that was my only adventure with quail. That was a lot.
That's amazing, though. At least you
I
got
know.
generations of them.
Yeah. Oh, and I learned how to make a quail call because my dad taught me. So I would call them, like I would talk to them when they were babies and stuff like that. And so when I would see them, I would do that sound, and they would like perk up, like they remembered. It was
That's
pretty cool. Yeah, I was glad they stuck around.
That's a really good story. I like that.
Yeah. I wonder if I don't have to remind him of that. He's supposed to be coming down here soon. I think he's coming down in 2 weeks to see the kids. So he wants to try and see. We're all, remember my nephew passed away in December?
Yeah.
So the services are June 27th. So for him, the memorial. And so everybody's supposed to be coming that day. So I think my ex-husband is coming down so he can see all the kids. Because Chelsea's like, Dad, if you want to see all 3 of us at once, you need to come to Eric's memorial, and we'll all be there. So I think he's going to come down. So
I was always told that quail don't hatch their own out in the wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't remember who told me that or anything. But I know, like, when I kept them here, they never laid on their own eggs. So
yeah, I don't know. Like, I never saw that part of it. Like, I never got that far. So whatever happened once they escaped, they were on their own.
that's awesome. Well, they must lay on them if they had baby quail. They have
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so cute because it was like they would follow each other like a little line, Do you remember that show, The Partridge Family? Or are you too young?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the entrance had like all the little birds following each other.
Yeah.
That's what they looked like when they were. I would just see them. Yeah, it was cute.
That's cute.
So when you go into town, do you go to like Walmart?
Oh my gosh. I'm
already having anxiety over it.
No, I'm just a pain in the butt. I go to like 6 different grocery stores. Maybe not that many. I go to a store we have. It's called Gordon's Food Supply. It's like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so we have a bulk store, and I go there and I get my big, huge jars of mayonnaise because they're shelf stable.
Yeah.
So I'll go there and pick out a couple of things that I need from there, and then I go and I hit Kroger's and Walmart and Aldi's, and then Save a Lot.
Oh, okay.
So I have like a whole route that we basically take a circle around town and hit everything so I can get the best prices.
Yeah, I remember Gordon's because I lived in Michigan and we had Gordon's.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, if I want, like, I do pepperoni a lot, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
go to GFS and I'll get like a huge bag of pepperoni, and then I break it down and freeze it, and then
Yeah.
I have pepperoni for like 6 months.
Okay.
So I do stuff like that, but like I have certain places like Aldi's. I get, if I have to buy vegetables or anything, I get all my vegetables from Aldi's. Save a Lot, I only buy my meat from Save a Lot because they have their own butcher and I know where the meat's coming from. And then like Walmart, I do my like box stuff, like my stevia and stuff like that, my almond
Right.
flour, and yeah, basically that's all I do at Walmart. And then whatever Barrett wants, he usually wants like fish and stuff like that, so he gets that from there. And then Kroger's is, which is surprising, but Kroger's is the cheapest for me to get my cheeses or Greek
Yeah.
yogurt and stuff like that. So that's basically, I go to Kroger's for my dairy stuff. So,
Yeah. My sister swears by Save a Lot meat. We
Oh.
do have a Save a Lot here in town.
yeah, I won't eat any other meat unless it comes from Save a Lot. But like I said, they have a butcher on site. I know the butcher. I know where the food comes from. So I refuse to get meat from anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a like a half day adventure for you then.
Yeah, grocery shopping is a big deal because we shop once a month.
Yeah.
We try not to go into town more than once a month, but
I don't blame you. Ugh.
can't help it. But yeah, we're usually in town for like 4 hours on a grocery haul. And
Yeah. You must come home when you're exhausted.
I am, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to put these groceries away or break anything
Yeah.
down, but I have to.
I know. I'm like that too. Like when I do a big grocery and I have to like put everything, like separate all the chicken and separate all the meat. I'm like, oh, this is such a chore.
Yeah, it is. And the good thing about Save a Lot is a lot of times they do like box deals. Like
Yeah.
he'll do a big huge box and you get all kinds of stuff in there, bacon and chicken and roast and all kinds of stuff, and it's only $45, which I think is
Yeah.
a steal. But
Yeah, that's really good.
yeah, so he'll do that, and when he does that, it's like bulk stuff. So I know he tries to do different stuff in the boxes every month too. And last month he did chicken wings. There was a lot of chicken wings
Wow.
that they had, so I had to break down the chicken wings. But yeah, he does a really good job. I really like him.
Yeah, that's great. It's good that you have a good butcher. I miss having a good butcher that you can go in there and say, hey, cut me this. And
Vermont said when my sister and I were kids, we had baby bunnies get away and they survived too. That's awesome.
I know, that's so cute and it's such a good feeling.
Yeah. Firefly said I was just thinking about that too, Moody. I don't know what she was talking about.
Maybe the butcher?
Maybe.
I don't know how far up she was talking.
I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Sorry, guys.
The horses are pacing. They're like, see me on the front porch. And they're like,
Come see us.
yeah. They're so pretty. It's something about horses. They're just so peaceful. Like, I don't know. They're very tranquil and they really calm you down,
Yeah. Firefly says she was talking about the Partridge Family. That's what she was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I miss being around horses. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I love it.
But Barrett knows that if he allows me to get a horse, I'm going to get on that horse, and he don't want me on a horse.
Yeah, I was actually telling my daughter Chelsea, I'm like, Chelsea, I need you to, do my will and everything. And she's like, why? And I was like, well, I got this horse. So if something happens to me, I'm like, I'm thinking about getting like catastrophic insurance because if I get catastrophic, if something like major happens, like, brain injury or something like that, then, or I break my back or something, then that pulls in, I could just comes into play, it's like covers you, And she's like, why did you get this horse? I was like, I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm just like, trying to be prepared.
Yeah. I miss riding so much. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I want to get on him, but I'm just really, he's big. Like, he's a big horse. He's 16 hands.
Oh, yeah.
And my niece is doing a great job with him. And when we got him, the lady's like, oh, yeah, he was a kid's horse. And, we watched them ride the horse and everything. And he was like spot on, And then we get him here and I start feeding him and he starts to get, stronger. And we waited a while to get his muscle tone up. And my niece gets on him and he like runs right into the trees. And I'm like, ah! Like, oh my God, she's going to die. And I was like, couldn't even breathe. I'm like, oh my God. And so it was everything she could do. And my niece is strong. Like, she's a strong girl. And it was everything she could do to pull him away from the trees. So, and she like stops him and she's like breathing and she's like, I'm just going to sit here for a second with him. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. She's like, yeah. And she's like, you can't get on this horse. And I'm like, what's the deal? Like, he was so good. She goes, I don't know. And it's like, I wonder if he was like lethargic, when we got him, like when we viewed him, he was so weak.
Yeah.
And now that he has food, he's like a friggin' racehorse. So she's worked with him, and we do small little sessions of working with him, nothing major. And now he's like really good. Like, he whoas when she says whoa, he doesn't take her into the trees and, he's really good. So I've been, that's why I haven't got on him, because I'm like, I don't want to take that chance yet, and she's a strong girl. She's young, I'm not the same, I'm not that good a rider like I used to be. So I want him to be, not crazy.
Right.
So, like, she'll work him and everything. She goes, are you ready to get on him, Aunt Mar? And I'm like, maybe a couple more sessions. Just keep working with him just a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm definitely need to get the insurance and everything like that, because I don't want anything to happen. But I think he'll be fine. He loves me. He's really good with me. But after witnessing that, like him going into the trees,
Yeah,
that freaking freaked me out. Oh my God.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe if I can find a small horse that's not so big, with the 16 hands is a huge horse. So
yeah, like her horse, Rip, is 14 hands, 14 one. So
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe if I can find a smaller horse, Barrett would be not so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. I even asked I wrote the lady back. I'm like, so do you know any of the history on this horse? She goes, I was told it was a kid's horse. I was like, this horse is different than the one that we came and saw. I'm telling you, he's got energy. Like, he wants to go. And I think what it was is he might have been a barrel horse, She goes, well, he knows all the patterns and he knows what to do. When my daughter got on him, he knew all the, games to play for rodeo and stuff. So my niece and I were talking, we were like, well, maybe he was like a barrel horse and he just like bolt, bolting out the gate,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I really haven't gotten on him. I'm hoping this month to get on him because he seems okay.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I know. She's gonna get on him first, and I think we're putting I think we're gonna put her husband on Rip, and then she's gonna get on Lloyd, and they're gonna ride around together and see how they do side by side. And then hopefully by the end of the month I can get on them. So that's the goal.
ER says when my sister lived in D-Land, Florida, she had a horse for 32 years, 15 hands of fun.
Yeah, I know where Deland is. I know exactly where Deland is. Yep. Yeah, he's a big boy. Like I got a ladder, like a stool to get on him. So, and I've been putting the stool next to him when cause it's not like the regular horse stepping thing that you've probably seen, like the 2 or 3 black steps that people go on.
We were always rednecks. We used the feed buckets to step on to get on
Yeah.
our horses.
Well, so I went, instead of that black ladder thing, I went and got like a stool, like a thing that you would like work on like a little step ladder. And it
Yeah.
has the 3 steps. And so I've been putting that next to him when I brush him and I bathe him. And, I lean it up against him. So he's not freaked out about it, because it's totally different than anything that's normal for a normal person to get on a horse.
Yeah. Do you
So,
ever like step on the stepping stool and put your weight on them?
No, but Angela has. Angela has used the stepping stool and got right up next to him.
Maybe you should do that so he gets used to your body weight.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Yeah.
Like you don't have to get on him, but just lean up against him with your body weight.
Yeah. Yep. We just got the shed to put all the gear in, like I said. So hopefully we can get that transferred this week, all the gear. And I cleaned my saddle and wiped it all down, made sure there was no spiders in it, because I was like, that's all we need. It's been sitting on the porch and a spider bite his ass and he, takes off.
Yeah. Firefly says she'd have spaghetti legs after riding him. I think they call that bold legs.
Yeah. Yep.
I used to ride all the time. We used to do trail rides with college students. So it was my best friend's mom, which I'm still friends with. You guys hear me talk about her all the time, Vicky. And she worked all the time. She was a single mom. So basically, she would get rescue horses and train them to do trail rides. And then when they were ready to go, me and my girlfriend, we were like 13, 14. We would take trail rides out while she was at work. And so we would take these college students on trail rides and stuff. And when I was first learning, I don't know, I was like 12 or 13, learning how to do the trail rides and stuff. Like I'd been riding since I was 5, but to actually learn the trail rides and do it on our own, she was training. Yeah. And there's a camp behind her house, and they would let her ride through the camp. So our trail ride was like a 2-hour trail ride. And this camp was called Camp Agape. And there's one section where you go downhill, and it's a paved hill. You go downhill, and then you go up this big, huge, steep hill on the other side.
Oh, geez.
And so we would go up there, and that second hill was like my nightmare. I'd always had trouble with that hill. One time she had gotten a saddle fixed, and she put it on my horse, and the saddle strap, the girth part, it busted, it snapped. And we're going up that concrete hill, and the saddle and me just slide right off the back of the horse. And I'm like, oh my God. And she's screaming. She's like, roll right, roll right. So I'm like rolling, trying to get out of the path of all the horses that are behind me. And then another time, when you go up a steep hill like that, the horses try to run it. And so you got to pull them back so they don't run it and hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of run up this steep hill, and finally we get to the top of the hill, and my horse decides it's going to bolt as soon as it gets to the top. It takes off, it like rears up and bolts off, and as it reared up, I went in the air because I was so petite and little. I went up in the air, and I came down and landed on top of the horn of the saddle. I'm like, oh my, I cried.
God, that sounds awful.
It was horrible.
Oh my God.
I was like, now I know my guys hurt so much.
Oh my God. Let me see. This is all of our, I'll show you all of our crap. Hang on a second. Let's see. All right. Yeah. See, this is all of our crap here on the back porch.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's got to go into the shed, but this is my saddle. Ouch. And it doesn't have a horn. See, it has this.
Uh-huh.
So, but I cleaned it. I cleaned it all up. It's already dusty again, but and then these were like rusted, so I spray painted them black and cleaned them up.
Looks
And then I
nice.
just bought this new girth. I just bought this one.
Nice.
So it's really nice and cushiony because the one that came with the saddle was like dry rotting. But this one's really nice. It's like velvet or velour or I don't know. Felt.
Right.
It's felt, I guess.
Firefly, I was thinking the same thing, but I don't think it is. It's not considered an English saddle, is it?
No, this is in between an English saddle and a Western.
Okay. I was gonna say I've never seen one like that before.
No, this is in between. So like you have this right here. And then this one, these are Western.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the kids saddle. This is Amelia's saddle.
Oh, cute.
Because she originally got the horse Rip for Amelia, who has Down syndrome. So he's like, you know, going to be her like therapy horse, like.
Right.
So, and then this one, Angela, this is the one we use right now. This is the one Angela uses, this saddle. And she uses it on both Lloyd and Rip.
And she's got the tall horn on that one.
Yeah. Yep.
That's like a roping horn.
Yeah, so I can't even imagine landing on that. Holy crap.
Oh.
And then she has a couple nice bareback saddles that she uses on Rip, which I would never, I mean, she's never going to use on Lloyd unless he's like amazing or something. She's got a couple.
That's normally what I'd ride, either a Western or bareback.
Yeah, but Rip is good bareback. I don't know about Lloyd yet. So, but see, all this has to be cleaned up. So it's just a mess back here.
Yeah,
and her husband's like having a freaking fit. So we did get the shed. So I don't know if you can see it, but the guys put the shed up.
Okay.
And then all this that's back here will go in that. So,
nice. So you'll have yourself a little tack shed.
Yeah, and then the lean-to will be on the other side inside the fence. And then that's where they can go. Look, they're pacing. They're so ticked off at me, seeing me out here, and I'm not doing anything. Look at Lloyd. Lloyd's like back and forth, back and forth.
I see.
Like, all right. Come on. I see you. You're so close to the food. Come on.
Firefly says use some Murphy oil on it.
On the what? On the saddle?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what she means.
Mine's not leather, I don't think.
Yeah, yours is more of a cloth canvas.
Yeah, it's like a vinyl, I think.
Yeah, that's the saddle I had, but mine it was a Western. I had the horn. But I had a black one that looked a lot like that.
The pool's almost in here.
That's awesome, Vermont. That's amazing. My great-grandpa was a cowboy back in the 1940s, and my uncle still has his saddle.
Wow, that would be so cool.
Uh-huh.
I would never get rid of that. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a video if I get on them, as long as I don't, it's not a horrible experience that I'm going to embarrass myself, but I'll do a video.
Well, just train a little bit before you do a video, and then when you're...
Yeah, I'm going to go on Rip and ride Rip for a while, and she's going to ride Lloyd, but I just want to get on him for like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
And then get off.
Because he's going to sense you're nervous, too, if you're nervous.
Yeah, he sensed when her husband CJ got on him. Lloyd could sense his nervousness, and we were watching CJ's body language, and we were watching Lloyd, and we were like, CJ, you need to calm down, because Lloyd's really sensing your tension. He's like, well, after he like bolted with my wife, it's kind of like nerve-wracking to be on top of him. And he's a lot higher than Rip.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear the birdies, the little chicks.
All right, True American Loretta, thank you so much. You're okay. She says she fell asleep.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take more chicks out of the incubator. I'm trying to wait until they dry off completely and then put them in the brooder. But there's like 6 more in there now.
I guess I should put shoes on and feed them. I feel really bad. They're looking at me.
Isn't it funny how they make you feel guilty?
Oh my God. And then they know that I'm the one that mostly feeds them. So my RV is over there.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the pasture. So they go over here to this side of the fence and they look at my RV because they're waiting for me to come out that door. And because they know that I come from that direction. And as soon as they see me come from that direction, they start like puffing and going, you know, making their noises like, here she comes, here she comes. She's gonna feed us. But they know where I'm at.
Yeah.
All right, pretty boys, I'm gonna feed you. Listen, you'll hear him. You'll hear him. Can you hear him? Whoa, pretty boy. Are you excited? You're gonna get food? Oh. You want to say hi? Say hi, Jess.
Oh, I want to touch her noses so bad.
I know. It's such a good feeling. I sent my niece this meme because her and I are like, are we just weird or do we like how horses smell? So I sent her this meme that said something about it had this little girl sniffing a horse and they're like, you know, the original aromatherapy or something like that.
That's true.
I sent it to her and I'm like, look, we're not the only ones that are weird. But it's just something. I don't know. I like their smell.
Yeah, I like their smell too. And everybody thinks I'm weird because I love noses. It's like animal noses, whether it's a horse or a rabbit or whatever.
Yep.
Noses are so soft.
I know. See, this is my ladder. That's what that's what I'm working with him on.
Wow.
So I put that next to him. Yeah, so I looked at this one horse and he had a few issues, but he was supposed to be like grandma safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, didn't want to chance it because I didn't want, you know, vet bills and everything like that because he had a couple issues with his legs. And you know, some of these people don't tell you the truth about stuff. So I was like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna take a chance. But when we left there, Angela and I were like saying, I don't like the way that horse smelled. Its breath was bad and it had a weird smell. I'm like, I know, right? I was like, I didn't like its smell either. It smelled funky. So I don't want a horse that smells like that.
That's hilarious because come to think of
I don't know if it was the feed that they were feeding it or something, but it had a funky smell.
I think that's just your instinct of knowing that
Yeah.
was good for you.
Probably so.
Vermont horses always try to eat my tobacco.
Hang on one second.
Okay.
Hang on, boys. I'm coming. It is already getting hot here.
We're at 51 so far. Oh, it's so pretty though. Ah, she left us, you guys. She'll be back. That coffee just went down the wrong pipe. Jeez. It's 55 there, Firefly. know when it's supposed to get up. It's okay, Moonlight. You can come back if you want. Here, let me put the link up again. You probably don't have it anymore. $54 and raining again. Oh, I wish we'd get some rain. We definitely need it. The garden is hard as a rock. There she comes. There we go. Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
I figured you got away too far away.
No, I think I hit the wrong button or something. I was trying to do too many things at once. All right.
I can't believe Barrett's not awake yet. He must have been really tired.
Hang on, guys.
He's been going to bed early with me and waking up early.
Maybe it was a late night last night, huh? Hey, stop it, boys.
After the live, I went and got cleaned up and everything, and I was planning on going straight to bed, but Barrett put on a movie for us, and it was a really good movie. I don't know the name of it, but it was a survival movie.
Yeah.
The Last of Us or something like that, I think it was
Oh.
called.
Wait, The Last of Us? Is that a series?
The one we watched was a movie.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was called The Last of Us. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it was a survival movie about a son that lived out in the mountains somewhere. That was good. So we ended up watching that, and we didn't go to bed until like 11:30.
Run! Run! Yeah, because there is a Last of Us that's on HBO, and I think it's the end of the world type apocalyptic series.
I haven't seen that one. I got my Netflix taken away, and I got my Prime taken away. I just have Hulu. I've been watching Hulu. That's what it was on. That stupid Netflix thing. Somebody let me use their password so I could have Netflix, and they took it away from me. Not the people, but Netflix. They're like catching on people using other people's passwords, I guess.
Oh yeah, I have everybody's different passwords. I'm like, that's the least you could do for me, kids. So whatever they have, I grab it from them. Oh.
Yeah, I use Tubi too. I watched Tubi, I watched Hulu, but it was just nice to have Netflix and Prime, but they caught on to us.
All right, almost done.
Pluto, yep, I got Pluto too. Barrett got one of those smart TVs a few years ago, and he has all that stuff built in.
All right.
Barrett's the techie guy. He likes all the high technology stuff. I could care less. I could have a TV with friggin' aluminum foil rabbit ears on top and be fine.
Well, that's what I have. I have antennas.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that on my TV at all. I don't have internet. I don't have cable.
See,
I just have everybody's password on my tablet, and if I get desperate, I watch my tablet.
well, that's like me. Like, I'm like, I don't really care to have any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have time to watch it. And by the time at nighttime, I'm so exhausted. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. And the only time I really watch anything is if Barrett puts something on and I think it's good.
Look at these two. They're so bummed out. Mommy and Daddy are gone. It's okay.
Firefly says, I want to watch the Tony Awards tonight for Broadway shows I worked on. That's awesome.
Oh, that's tonight?
Yep. You get to see all your hard work,
Yeah, for sure.
all your hair pulling out, stress and sweating.
Yeah. Let me turn this camera around, I guess. Yeah, I can't believe he's still snoozing.
I know.
Well, he'll be ready to go. He'll have lots of energy because he had a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I'll be annoyed.
No excuses.
I'll be annoyed because it's like 8:21, so when we go to town, everybody will be at the stores now. I'll be like, ah.
Will he wake up if you make some noise or something?
Yeah, I'll let him sleep. I'm debating on whether or not to walk back there and wake him up. Are you breathing? Are you okay? But I don't know why he's still sleeping. He went to bed when I did at 11:30.
Did you already make breakfast?
Uh-huh. So he's been sleeping 9 hours. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I made bacon and eggs while you were showing us the horse stuff and the horsies. I'm gonna see. I'll be right back.
Now, how far away is your town?
It takes us about 8 minutes to town, so about 6 miles.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I was thinking it was like an hour.
No, it's not that far. To get to the part of town that we need to go to, it takes about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, depending on traffic, road work, and all that. No, it's not that bad of a drive, but the 6 minutes is all country.
Yeah,
So,
the same way.
I'll be right back. Bruce, come on, you're gonna get me in trouble. Get in here. Come on, hurry up. Bruce, come on, boy. Come on. Daddy, have a sit. Oh my gosh, you scared the crap out of me, Mooney. I went to go walk down the hall, and I was looking down because I was trying to find my slippers, and I look up, and he's standing right there. Barrett was standing right there. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my God.
Scared me half to death. No, Bruce.
I'm one of those people too. Like I get in the zone and like if somebody comes up behind me or, just appears out of nowhere, I freaking scream this horrible scream like I'm going to be murdered.
I don't scream, but that happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, like if I'm vacuuming and somebody just is there, or I get in my own little head, and I don't think about anything else. I don't hear anything. And then all of a sudden somebody's there. I'm like, wah!
Barrett does that to me all the time. Like when I'm doing the dishes and my back's, facing him, he'll walk up behind me and I don't hear him, and I'll go to turn around and he's right there. And I'm like,
oh, I do. I know.
Like, you can't do that. And he's like, what's wrong with you?
That's what people tell me too. They're like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm sorry. You just scared the friggin' bejesus out of me. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And I think that's what it is. You get just so zoned out doing whatever you're doing. He does it to me in the garden too all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So in the town that I'm living at now, because remember I was in Gainesville with my son. In that house. And then I moved out here to the country. And so Gainesville now for me is like 35 minutes away. If I want to go to anything major, like we have everything in Gainesville. It's becoming like the next Orlando. It's insane. It's just horrible. So that's like 35 minutes away, but I'm in the country. And then the little town that I'm in is like the same as you, like maybe 5 or 6 miles into town. but we don't have a lot. Like we have Save a Lot here, and we have a Dollar General that is called a Top Market, and there's not very many of them in the country. I think there's like 100, and we have one here. It is the most amazing Dollar General you can imagine. Like I can get everything there, and inside of it is like a small TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They have the cutest things. If you ever come down here, we're going in there. It's so cute, and they have everything is like so reasonable, but it's cute and it's stylish. Like you can get whatever you want. You can get pillows, you can get blankets, you can get candles, and it's very nicely displayed. All the little kind of, if you want, I don't have space for knickknacks and stuff because I'm in the RV, but if you wanted to like decorate, there's like all kinds of stuff to decorate. And then they have a whole section now in like health and beauty where I guess they're trying to be like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or any of those where you know that they have the name brand stuff, but it's marked down. And it has the cutest section for like bath and body stuff, makeup, all kinds of like lotions and all kinds of stuff. And it is the cutest little Dollar General, and you can get anything there. So I like go there, and then on Saturdays you get a $5 coupon to use. And so I use if you spend $25, as long as it's not on alcohol, you get $5 off. So if you spend $25, your bill is $20. And then their food is decent too. Like you can get all the major food. Yeah. But it is the best store. And then it's never crowded. Like I don't have to even go to Gainesville if I don't want to. I can either go to Save a Lot or DG. So we have that. And then like 15 minutes away, we have in either direction, we have at least a Winn-Dixie, and the other direction we have like Walmart and Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
So that's like 15 minutes away in either direction. So I can avoid Gainesville if I want to.
Yeah.
Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like our town, like I don't know how to explain it. Like our towns are right on top of each other. Like as soon as we get to town, there's like Newark, and you drive so far, and then there's Heath, and you just drive into town to town to town once you get into town. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
So they're little tiny towns, but each town, like Newark has a Walmart, and then Heath, right beside Newark, has like a super Walmart.
Oh, okay.
And
it's the same thing.
yeah, it's basically the same thing, just bigger. But Heath is like more of like the shopping district, I guess. They have more of the TJ Maxx and Shoe Sensation, and then we have the mall and stuff like that.
Good. Lobster House, whatever it's called.
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Lobster House. Yep.
But Newark, well, Heath has a Kroger's as well, and the Walmart, and the Aldi's.
Heath's a lot more expensive, though.
Yeah, Heath is way more expensive. It's more of the ritzier side of the area. Now, Newark, it has Aldi's and Walmart and Kroger as well, but those stores are way lower price than the Heath stores, which is crazy because they're all the same. And then
I don't know if you're familiar with where I'm at on the map, but we also have Ocala. Have you heard of Ocala?
No.
So Ocala is also like 35 minutes from me, and it's below Gainesville. So it's like if you're heading south towards Orlando, Ocala is above that. And Ocala is like it's like becoming the horse capital of the world.
Wow.
And so it's almost as big as Kentucky's horse country.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, so you go there, and when you're driving, it's not far from me. The landscape is just beautiful. And it's like, all you see is all these beautiful horses, and all the grounds are just gorgeous. They're just beautiful. It's like Kentucky, you know? except we have like huge oak trees and pastures, and it's just so pretty. And there's like horses, because it's becoming as big as Kentucky, as far as horse owners.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In the chat, real quick, Firefly says that happens to her at work all the time. People sneak up on her, scare her.
Oh
And
yeah.
she asked if the dollar store you have there, do they have fairy garden stuff?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Vermont says, anyone seeing the smoke from Canada fires? I'm not seeing it.
No, I'm not. No, blue skies here.
Dragon just popped in. Hello, Dragon. He says,
Hey, Dragon.
smooches to Mooney.
Hello, Smoochie's back.
Vermont says, my wife's grandparents had a place in
Ocala.
Ocala. Thank you. Like, I can't say
Yeah,
that.
Ocala is another place that's just growing. It used to be small. Gainesville used to be small. It used to be so nice. You can get across town in like 10 minutes. And Gainesville was like very hippie. And now it's like what's happening is everybody from South Florida is moving up here. And because they want to get out of South Florida.
That's what happens to us. Everybody that lives in Columbus and the big cities keep trying to move out here. I'm like,
Yeah.
Go back.
I know. I wish it wouldn't grow. I just can't stand that it's growing so much.
Did you hear Barrett?
No.
He said if I lived in Florida, I'd be building a raft to get out of there.
Yeah, I know. My dad always said that Florida was going to sink.
Yeah.
He was in construction, and this was back in the 70s, and he installed like sliding glass doors and shower doors and windows. And he was like, all the construction, all this concrete buildings, this lower part of Florida is just going to sink one day.
Firefly said we had really bad orange smoke today.
Where's she at?
Firefly, she's in Florida, or she's in New York.
Yeah, we've seen that on TV.
Dragon says good morning, Barrett.
Morning, Dragon.
Good morning, Barrett. We let you sleep in.
Good morning, thank you. When you put that bed together, how'd you put that frame?
I don't know. I just put it in there and I threw the box spring on
There's a
top.
hump in the middle.
I don't know. I just threw it in the room.
Like my legs are going down, my head's going down, my body's going up.
Oh my gosh, that bed I moved is that therapeutic bed. That thing is so heavy. I just like flipped it and threw it. I'm like, I'm done with this thing.
Oh, you need to be careful with your back.
I know. It was horrible. Most of it, I slid it across the floor most of the way. But once I got into the bedroom, it was like a tight squeeze. So I just like flipped it on the box spring. I'm like, ugh, I'm done with this thing.
Yeah, but our back's not as bad as it was.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh my God, I have got to do something with my hair today. All that, look, it's all that product.
You got to pause that. She went into the other room.
Oh, I'm just complaining about all the hairspray and everything in all that product in my hair is like weighed it down to where it's like, ugh.
So throw your hair back like you did the first time. She's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. It's usually in a ponytail all day anyway, so.
That's what I always have my hair in a bun. I can't handle it.
You just wake up?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've been up. I'm sorry I look like this.
You're a jerk.
That's what she looks like. She's just waking up.
No, I've been up. I did at the beginning of the live. I just woke up.
Vermont said that.
She's been here for a while.
Yeah, I've been on live for a while. Vermont says smoke here as well. I live about 2 hours from Canada, Montreal. And Firefly says
Oh, wow.
the peacocks are so loud. Who has peacocks?
Send me some peacocks.
I knew couple when my husband and I were first married. We lived in Mobile, Alabama, and we had to travel around wherever he had to work because he was an apprentice.
Mhm.
And so we went to Mobile, Alabama, and we lived in a little travel trailer that was only like 18 feet long. And we met this couple, and they had this beautiful backyard that was like a sanctuary. And they had like bamboo back there. They had rock, they had ponds, and it wasn't a big backyard. It was, reasonable size, but it wasn't huge. They had all kinds of animals back there in this like sanctuary, and they had peacocks, they had guineas, they had all these animals back there that were just roaming around. And you would walk through the bamboo, you would walk through these little paths of rock. It was like something out of a zoo or something. It was just beautiful. And they had the most exotic, gorgeous backyard. I'm like, I want to do this sometime.
Yeah.
It was so pretty. And everything was just roaming around. Like it was just back there. They had a privacy fence. And so nothing got over the privacy fence. But the way they had it was it was so peaceful.
That's
I'd be like,
awesome.
I would just hang out here every day and just read a book.
I think that's like so amazing, like how people just like, I can't do it. Barrett gets mad at me, but they just like picture stuff in their head and then they create it, like
Yeah.
their landscapes, their backyards, like you're talking about. I can't do that. Like, I don't understand it. I'm like, I wish I could do that.
I know. I would go over there and I was like, oh, I just live in a travel trailer, but one day I want this backyard. It was so cool.
The peacocks are across the road. They're so loud.
Get your camouflage on. Wait until midnight. Sneak over there and do some.
Yeah, but aren't peacocks, don't peacocks make a lot of noise if you try and approach them?
Yeah.
You throw a gunny sack over its head.
What'd he say?
Throw a gunny sack over its head. I can just like picture Firefly getting all dressed up, putting some camouflage on her face, and
Yeah.
crawling across to the neighbors.
We all have a visual.
The gunny sack on the peacock. Oh my gosh.
What was that costume we seen that you took a picture of it?
Dragons of the peacock snipe hunt.
Yeah.
What?
She might be crazy enough to do it.
Chicken costume.
Oh, don't tell them about that. I'm gonna get that one day. I'm gonna do it when I can afford it. We came up with another funny short to do. Maybe it might turn out into a long video. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you guys about it because it'll give it away.
Yeah, keep it a surprise.
I try to find these. Have you seen those pickle challenges, Mooney? They're spicy pickles and like the sour head pickles.
Mm-mm.
I try to get those for Barrett so that he could try them online for all of you guys because he just is hilarious when he tries new stuff. He cracks me up. But I wanted him to do a video on that, but I tried to order them like 3 times on Amazon and my order wasn't going through for some reason. It was like a whole month I tried to order them and I was like, screw it, I'm done. I'm not trying to get these stupid pickles anymore. But come to find out, we only use his like debit card for his bank once a month to pay our bills. You know, I don't like sit around ordering stuff all the time. So we went into the bank the first of the month to figure out what was going on. And I guess somebody tried to like hack his debit card or something.
Oh.
They put a stop thing on his card. So he had to get a brand new one. But
Oh, okay. Wow.
that's why I couldn't order the pickles. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I have this one little charge card that I only keep $500 on. And that's what I use to do anything that I have to do that's not that I might think is not safe, because then I figure if somebody steals that charge card, the most they're ever going to do is 500.
Yeah.
Because I don't like using my debit or any of my major credit cards, because I'm always afraid of that. But I figured the little tiny one, there's not much I can do with that.
Right. Now they're saying they're like giving warnings out in our town. I guess they have like what do they call that? I can't think of the name of it right now.
Gas stations.
The gas stations have like a swipe thing, like somebody can come along and put a fake swiper in there. So when you stick your card in it, they steal all your money out of your bank.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, I don't like using my debit for any of that.
yeah, well, we normally don't anyway. Barrett usually walks to the gas station to pay anyway, but every once in a while he'll swipe his card or tap his card or something, you know, and I'm like, oh, you better stop doing that now.
Yeah. And this credit card, I have the app, so it tells me immediately, like as soon as I use it, I get a notification.
Yeah.
Within seconds, it comes through.
Hello, A and M Prospecting. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Dragon says, I'm still waiting for Jess to kick off the turkey wars. I'll do it, Dragon. I'm just trying to collect myself. Firefly says, I'm coming up after I finish my sandwich. Are you serious, Firefly? You have until the 16th. The 16th is when I do the farmer's market. If you're not here by the 16th, your kitty is sold.
That's like 5 days away, right? What is today? 6 days away. What is today, the 10th?
Yeah, today's the 10th.
Yeah, so 6 days. You better hurry. What she needs to do is pick you up and then you guys come down here.
I can't.
Do a road trip.
Yeah.
She can pick Jess up, but I can't go.
Bear would have to stay here and take care of all my animals.
Listen to them. They are loud.
They are.
Now, how old are those? Are those the ones that were just born?
Yeah, they just hatched.
Wow.
That's a smart way to keep some credit without falling into the debit trap. Credit cards with $500 and pay it off immediately after once you get the bill. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah.
Hello.
I usually just pay it before it even goes to bill.
Brutus, I was doing dishes and I looked out and he's standing on the front porch just looking out the window. I'm like, what are you doing?
Is it? He escaped?
Yeah, he escaped.
Well, he must have got tangled up though.
Oh my gosh, I had 2 more hatch.
Wow.
How many got now?
I don't know. I'm gonna pull them out.
But no, Britta. Not allowed in the living room. Stay out here.
I'll pull them out so you can see them, Mooney.
I know. I want to see them.
No, he's trying to
Huh? Oh God, that was wet.
That's right. That one's wet too, isn't
I
it?
know, I'm trying to get them out of that corner.
Get out.
Oh my gosh, they're wet. That's disgusting.
We're sure you guys.
I'm going to. Ugh. Bruce is like, I want to see.
Yeah. Is he being really good with the animals?
He is. He's doing much better.
Yeah, I've been taking Stormy around the chickens on her collar, on her leash, and she's been doing really good. She hasn't tried to attack them or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I'm just doing like little short visits, and then I leave on a good note and we walk away,
Yeah.
But that's what I did with Lloyd, because I just eased her into the horses.
All right.
Little by little.
I make you nervous, babe.
Yeah.
They're
And now
all.
her and the horses kiss. Oh my goodness. What kind are those?
I'm not sure. These are just like a mixed. These are between my eggs and between my friend's eggs. Remember, we're splitting them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Firefly.
Hi.
Hello.
No,
Hi.
nobody's here. Hi.
Hi, guys. No, I can
This is
barely
what they did
hear
last
you now.
night. Every time I said hello to anybody in chat, this is what they did. Nobody's here.
What?
I think you're visiting.
Why can't I hear?
I'm so sorry. Let me hit mute.
I hear nothing.
You don't hear anything.
Mm-mm. The guy's mowing across the road here.
Oh. So you on your way to Ohio, Firefly?
I can't hear you at all. Shoot.
Bye, Vermont. Thanks so much for coming in.
Maybe type it in the chat.
Darn it.
Can you hear yet?
No. You're like a whisper. Like you're like.
She says you need to drive up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, there she goes.
I'm gonna put these guys in the burger real quick.
Brutus. Brutus. Come here. Can't go in the living room. You're not allowed. Cage went off. They keep looking too.
Yeah, the black kitten got in there, and I had to release the black kitten.
Seriously?
Yep. The black kitten got trapped in the live trap today, and he was scared. I walked out there. He's like, meow, meow.
I want a kitten too.
Come get one.
I just don't want any more responsibility.
Firefly said negative. She's not coming to Ohio.
I got to make that trip in September with my brother. And then, you know, the baby is coming in December. So I'm going to try and help my daughter because now she'll have 4 kids.
Dragon says, oh geez, can read the headline. If Firefly and Jess make a road trip to see Mooney, 3 lovely ladies take over Florida. Rename Party Central.
What show it was?
We're such partiers.
Right. What show?
Those 3 women went on that trip, road trip.
Oh, that was funny. That was a while ago we watched that.
If you come down here, we're going to go either kayaking or tubing so that you can experience the springs. And then I would take you probably to St. Augustine or something so you can see the Atlantic.
That would be awesome.
And would do maybe go to an old town that you can do like some antiquing or something, because we have lots of old towns that have antique shops.
That would be awesome, as long as none of the springs have any alligators in them.
Well, any body of water in Florida could have alligators.
I know, I was watching these women tubing. They were on TikTok the other day, and they were tubing in Florida, and the lady bumped into a log, and she went to push herself off the log, and there was the alligator on top of the log hissing at her.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, it's like when we go tubing down the Ishnatutney River, you go sometimes, you get pushed into logs and stuff, and you do have to push yourself off. And then as you're kayaking down the river, down Santa Fe River, like as you're approaching alligators, you can hear them dive in. Like you can hear them go in.
Forget that.
At least she
My ex-husband threw an alligator into the house once when we were first married, and they went out on the airboats and went and harassed the alligators, and then he brought one home and knocked on the door, and I opened the door and he threw it in, and I ran up onto the couch. I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Oh yeah, I would be screaming for sure.
And all the guys are laughing. They're like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Yeah, real funny. Get this thing out of the house."
Mooney was talking about the Everglades earlier. At least she ain't talking about taking me there. They've got anacondas and snakes and all kinds of stuff.
Forget it.
I would not take you to the Everglades now. I don't even want to be in the Everglades right now.
Good morning, Tiger.
Anywhere I take you would be safe.
Yeah. ER says, Jess, go to Silver Springs. They have a pancake house where you make your own pancakes. You sit around a giant table that's one big hot plate. Really cool. That is cool. Were you awake yet? Did you sleep good? He's a bear in the morning.
Tossed and turned because you put me in the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry I put the baby in the corner.
Yeah, we could go to Miami and do some Miami lifestyle.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd take you out on the boat. You can dive into the ocean.
Hey, what are you laughing for?
I don't care for Florida.
Bear is scared of the sharks?
No,
Okay.
I just didn't care for Florida.
Firefly says I want to swim with the manatees. I want to swim with dolphins.
Oh, we can do that too. We can go swim with the manatees. That's not far from me. Manatees are really close, but you have to go in the cold months because they come in the colder months. They come to a little bit of the warmer weather, the warmer waters. So they come up close. But right now they're like not around. But like February, March, April. I don't know. I love living in Florida. It's my favorite place. I love it. There's just, I don't know.
One of my aunts lives in Florida, and I was thinking her business name was on this, but it's not. But she sent me these coasters.
Is that a dolphin?
Yeah,
Fish?
it's a dolphin.
Oh, okay.
She's a big,
Animal freak.
yeah, she's like all about saving the manatees and dolphins and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
From like the boats, the motor boats and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they do. They scar them up bad.
She's like a huge advocate, and her whole life is devoted to saving the manatees and the dolphins and stuff.
Well, I'm 6th generation Floridian, so.
Well, she hasn't lived there long. It's only been a few years she's lived there. She was here in Ohio, and then she moved there.
I lived in Ohio. I lived in Sheffield Lake.
I don't know where that's at.
That is east of Cleveland, right off Lake Erie.
Okay, yeah. It's way up there then.
Yeah, because my ex-husband's from Cleveland.
Yeah, we went to, where did we go?
You know where Lorraine is, or something with an E. Sheffield Lake's right near there. Lorraine, what was it called? I can't remember what it's called.
We had to go to Kentucky to go pick up some stuff, and we had to go through Cleveland, and it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't like Cleveland.
The bridge was out, and they were doing construction on the bridge. It was so horrible. Traffic was bad, and there's this big, huge hill that you had to come down the interstate to the bridge.
Ugh.
Like backed up with semi trucks behind us on this big, huge bridge. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. It was crazy.
I know. We were west of like Cedar Point. You know Cedar Point, right?
Yeah.
So Sheffield Lake is in between Cedar Point and Cleveland.
Are you serious, Bruce? Oh my God.
And then I lived in Michigan for 9 years. I lived in between Toledo and Detroit. But I could not do winters. I had a really hard time with the winter. Especially like by the time February came around and I hadn't seen grass or sunshine, and then I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah. The winters are horrible.
Yeah, by February I had that like what do you call it? Like sadness thing?
Seasonal depression.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. ER says I had manatees and bottlenose dolphins come right up to the flatboat to show me their babies. That would be so cool.
Oh yeah, I love when that's really cool.
Yeah, Montana's winters are horrible because you only have like 2 or 3 months of summer, spring, summer, and fall, and that's it. And the rest is just winter and cold.
Yeah, that's not enough.
That's it.
What's Leach directed?
I don't know. Like I said, I was live and he was standing on the front porch, so I just opened the door. All right. Well, I suppose I should get off here. So we can get.
Alrighty.
But thank you so much for coming on the panel again. It was fun.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed it. Had my morning coffee and fed the horses. And
All right. Well,
you guys be safe out there.
We will. You do the same. Everybody stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, everybody.